Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a very special video. I'm very excited to be able to share this with you guys. Now, you may be looking at this thing and wondering, what on earth is this? And to be honest, when I had the opportunity to get an exclusive early look at this as well, I had no idea what it was, but it's actually really cool, and it's such an integral part of LEGO and their history and everything like that, so it's really, really cool. And I'll talk about a little bit of that longer, more in detail later on in the video, but let's just go through this thing. Let's talk about this set. So this set is set number 40502. This is the brick molding machine, and this is actually a Lego house exclusive. And the Lego house is, I'm trying to think of like what to kind of compare this to. I would say it's kind of like a museum meets like Legoland, where they've got all these interactive experiences where you could build things like, you know, how some Legoland Discovery Centers have like the racetrack and stuff like that. But then they've got all these old like sets in the basement that you can go through on a tour. And then you've also got of course, they've got a store, and in that store, they actually carry these exclusive sets. They've had 5 exclusive sets, I believe, so far, and this is actually the second one in this new limited edition sort of run. The last one, which I'll show you in a bit, was actually the wooden duck recreated in Lego form. But anyways, back to this set. This set is actually available, again, only at the Lego House store, and this is retailing for 599 Danish krones. So again, you can only buy it there, and it's pretty expensive, I would say, if you're buying it online, just because, again, this is a really rare set. So I think it's through Land. The Lego House reached out to me to do a review of this, and they sent this to me for free to talk about. And I wouldn't really have the opportunity to get this since, you know, borders and everything like that. I don't want to travel either, so I'm stuck here. So it was really nice of them to send this to me, and it's a really unique set. So if you didn't know what this is actually a example that they have at the Lego House of a brick molding machine, and this one is actually on display there, and it actually prints out, or I guess produces and creates the iconic 2x4 brick. Now, this isn't included in the set, but I just wanted to show you this because it's in the set twice, and it's really cool. Anyways, there's so much that I want to talk to you guys about that later on as well. I know this is taking a while, but so this is the machine, and I love the colors. There's a lot of elements in here that are actually exclusive colors here, of course, in this bright green. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know what each of the different sections and everything do, because I've read through the press kit, I've gone through the instructions. They don't tell me what all the dials and things like that are, so I'll just call them the dials or the sticker and stuff like that as we go through. But anyways, there's a couple of play features here. So there are ways to get access to the inside areas here of the machine, and you just grab these little handles here and it just slides on open, and you can go inside and just see like a couple of the mechanisms and things like that, and we'll take a closer look. But from the outside, it's a really unique looking build, and it's not to minifigure scale. I actually asked that in the meeting that I was a part of, and this is there's so much to go through here. There's these little doors here that open up, and I don't really know what these are. I'm guessing these are like the, I don't know, like the computer parts or whatever to make it run. I have no idea what all these things are. They could be, I don't know. There's a couple of other dials here in the back, and over here at the very top, there's this sticker, and it looks to be like some sort of computer panel, and I don't know if it's like how many it's producing. Not really sure what that's meant to represent. And over here as well, there's actually these little dials. Don't really know either. And you've also got a cool, interesting little build there. And at the bottom, you've got this section where it has like a bucket, and I don't really know what's inside the bucket. I don't know if it's like some of the bricks that fall in there. I can't recall, but there is actually inside here these little bags, and we'll take a closer look at them in a bit, but they're actually my favorite part of the set, which I think is crazy, this exclusive 2x2 tile print, but we'll get back to that. There's a few extra exclusive prints here, specifically with the brick molding machine that is exclusive to this set, and then you've got a couple of other dials here, and I think that underneath here, this is some sort of conveyor belt, I believe. I don't really know, and underneath, I don't know what the grates are. Like, I'm sorry. On the side here, You do have some more doors to get access to the other side of that part of the machine, and then you've got a couple of different tiles and things like that here, some vents, and then you've got one more door here that actually does slide open across there. And you can see that on the inside of this machine there's actually like a little light there or something like that on a black hot dog piece, but this is the other play feature, which is really cool. So you turn this dial here, and of course this isn't actually in the actual brick molding machine. I believe what happens is this part up here, which we'll take a closer look at, is the part that like injects the actual like plastic, and then it heats up and everything inside here, and then this reaches in, and I believe that it grabs the bricks, and then I think it drops it down into this, and then it comes out the conveyor belt, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I remember seeing a video about that a long time ago. But let's look at it from the other side here. So you can see that there's a couple pistons, a dial on the top there. There's no printing or anything on top of this tall thing, but it can kind of spin around, and yeah, there's no other play features or anything like that. So it's kind of in line with like the architecture sets, I would say, especially with the printing here, and then there's this little light here as well. Let's take a closer look at this, and then I'll wrap things up. So here's this little crate, and inside are these exclusive 2x2 printing, and it's so cool. It's actually meant to be a plastic bag, and right now they actually give these out a part of the Lego House Tour, and you get them inside of a regular plastic bag. But of course we know that it was supposed to be in 2021. I don't know when this is actually going to be starting, but they're going to be in these brand new paper bags. So really cool that they're printed in this color here, meant to represent their green initiative and everything like that. So that's really, really cool, and I love this. I wish that they could have sent one. I think that would have been just the cherry on top, I think, but really cool. I love that this is it's a part of the tour, so it's really a special part here to have in the set. So of course I have to flip through the instructions here. You can see at the top it says limited edition number 2, and as you go through, there's actually quite a lot that they talk about here about the Lego house and about the first brick molding machine. So you could pause the video if you want to read through everything here that's being said. And at the top here, I forgot to mention, that's actually a architecture model of the actual Lego house in Denmark. And then on the inside here, you can get a look at some of the older molding machines there, all of the pictures there that they have of the older versions. And then you've got the actual model here that this was based off of. You could see it there on the picture, and it's really, really cool. The real life molding machine in the Lego house. So you could stop and read it. It's pretty interesting. It talks about how the actual machine is slowed down just so you could actually see it a lot faster, because the amount of bricks that they're making is just absolutely insane to make all of the Lego sets. So really, really cool little history of all that. And then, of course, it goes into the instructions. But on the back here, there's something else. And this is the other limited edition set that I mentioned earlier of the wooden duck. So I really want to get my hands on that one just because I want to be able to have both of these two sets. And who knows, next year's one as well, because they did mention that they are working on the 2022 one already. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Lego house, the brick molding machine. So thank you so much to the Lego house and LAN for setting this up. I really appreciate being sent this iconic set. Like, it's such an important part of the history of Lego, the current history of Lego. And I'm just so excited to have this really rare set, one of the rarest sets that I have now, I guess, in my collection. So thank you to Lego and the Lego house, and thank you to you guys, of course, for making this happen. And it's just such an important part of, like, my childhood as well, because I actually knew someone that worked at a factory that produced the Lego bricks, which is why I have all of those 2x4 red bricks. I don't know if you've seen some of the other videos. I'll link them here if you want to check them out, that I mentioned, and show some things off on the two videos we'll linked. You could see them, and I just have a ton of them because he had so many, and they're actually the exact same brick that this machine is printing. So it's just so incredibly special to me. It means a lot more to me than other people because I have this connection to it. So that's really awesome. The red bricks, I've built so many things, countless things out of these 2x4 red bricks that are just so important to me. Yeah, so they were in charge of running the whole factory or whatever it was, and they provided, I think it was the machines to make all this. I don't really remember or know the details, but they would take home all of the extra ones or the reject ones and things like that. And I think it was just to kind of, I think it was just a practice mold as well with the making the 2x4 red bricks. It was something like that, because I had a lot of defected ones as well that were all messed up. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this set? I actually, while building this, watched the Lego House documentary, the making of the Lego House documentary on Netflix. Really recommend that to you guys. Just search up as well. There's a ton of stuff on YouTube. I really recommend it. It was really cool. By the way, the designer of this set was actually the person in charge of designing the Tree of Creativity. If you know what that is, or if you don't know what that is, it's in that documentary, and it's like one of the coolest parts of the whole Lego house. So check that out. Please, really recommend it, even if you're not interested in like the set at all. Just watch the documentary. So fascinating. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.